Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, worldwide. When you get there, man, when afraid, man, the wilderness, keep it real and honest when you know tablet. Wagwan. When me get up, and I not so long ago, because I tell me I go eat some food there. And I tell you I eat some little pastry thing, and I tell you, say, hurt my belly, man. Yeah, and you know, we get to sleep, so I have to doctor up myself and thing, and then me get to sleep and wake up late. Not so long wake up, I have to get up and, you know, went to the bathroom fast, freshed up myself fast. I run come knock that one, you know. Yes, you have to do that too. Saying? All right, so them have a breaking news. Donald Trump and Iran, them reach a deal. Because Donald know it says a defeat that, you know, so you know, say, I upon Cuba. Yesterday when they reach a deal, impose it. But same time, you know, them have Apache helicopter, a land pan army base down here. You know, them use Andrew like a puppy dog. So we're going to bring that. No, me not run it off, but me have it here, so me not going to show the whole life, but me going to play it. Where them interview two ambassadors, one to Canada, and one to Mexico. And them tell us them are fight. Them not give in. Can you know say them eyes? Because I remember the midterm in November, you know. I know Donald want to win because the last day, so you know. Enjoy the country, waste so much money, make so much hardship from people. So I'm glad to have something like this and go move this traitor Homuz. He must move the blockade. Right? And tell Israel stop fire upon them and tell them what ceasefire because so when in the first place they go on. Where they go on so big and mighty, and then you know it looks peace deal. The thing is, say you wipe them out and make sure everything all right. So you know, you know where when you know Fox News are spread them little propaganda right now. People are celebrating on in America. You must see some descendants from over there, some people from over there say, well, him shouldn't go in another deal. So right. But enough people have said, no, them tired of the foolishness. So I'm going to play that. I'm going to see that right now. I'm going to play that, the deal, and hear what them say. Because if you come up with it, you know, right, and then work it out, then go the mighty, I think it was a surrender, them are a surrender, not a deal, you know, look a deal. First you go and you attack and then you say what you say. And now you look a deal because remember the people then, you have midterm come up. So him look bad, you know, that your deal, when you go cut a deal, is a loss. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a loss. Because a deal, you have to cut a deal. See? No, you'd have beat them to, you know, you'd have beat them to something than them are go after what you are saying. But you see it now, work and the American people, now you're not that, them now you're not that. And by the way, in Cuba, the same thing. So I'm going to play this. And we see the helicopter, them, you know. I remember them video them, and the thing come over Jamaica airspace and video them going on JDF base. So, you know, we're going to talk about that too. So when they can eyes for them going to Cuba at any time, because them out there, if you listen more than one thing, it tells you, well, the striker force out there, you know, in the water, so you can't look for anything. So I'm going to play this. Them deal yesterday. I'm going to play this.
On this, right now, have some breaking news on Live Now from Fox as President Trump says a deal between the United States and Iran is, quote, now complete, calling on this a ceasefire, as you can see on social media, for rapid response, saying a deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete. Congratulations to all. I hereby fully authorize the toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz and simultaneously here within authorize the immediate removal of the United States naval blockade ships of the world. Start your engines, let the oil flow. This from President Donald Trump. So this coming in as there were a little bit speed bumps through the final checkered flag of this, but they are moving through with this.
I'm up, Linda, I'm up. Always there, man. Always up. Yes. All right. So, but I say something to you about this now, Donald Trump. It's the last scene, you know. Because you come with a heavy force and, you know, you're do it in a weeks. and you give them, it's a big country. And them stand up, them stand and ground still. And it's embarrassing because you say, come up with a deal. What kind of deal? Why bother attack them? You have a deal already, them that deal with you already. So you could have come out and drop a bomb and then people are wasting so much billions or trillions. You want to know how much money it costs the taxpayers of the United States. Because you never have to drop one bomb. You never might want Israel drying a thing like a US. Let me tell him if I come to a deal. Because them did vote against. Them say, yo, you're going to come to Congress. Him not have choice, you know. No. But and then him last miserably. Because when I look for fulfilling by might, me tell him might not be it right. It don't. Might not be it right. So right now, it make it sound, you see it? Eddie man use again, you know. It make it sound like, yeah man, and a deal, and we get a deal. And you make the attack, brother. And them attack you, and you make the attack. And you tell them what you achieve in a those little weeks. No, you come to a deal. No, I'm an Ice Cuba, because I'm mash up the now, you know. So you definitely know I'm an Ice Cuba because him want, him feel, so the midterm, we fling him out. Let me get him impeached. So them eyes that. So when him do try to cool down everything for the midterm, because enough people are get up and them last a lot of things. You understand? Yeah. Let me go pay me. That's it go. That's it go, sis. See? So you know, when him cover down and make big speech, that's a megawatt. You know, hear this, megawatt, say president. Let me play it back for you. So them make you see Fox News, them that easy, you know. You know, Big Mama them, you know, mad laugh at Fox News, you know. And so when them run out with them thing, they make it sound, you know. Yes. Let me play back what them say. So hear this, say yesterday.
Live now from Fox as President Trump says a deal between the United States and Iran is, quote, now complete, calling on this a ceasefire, as you can see on social media from Rapid Response, saying a deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete. Congratulations to all. I hereby fully authorize the toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz and simultaneously here within authorize the immediate removal of the United States naval blockade. Ships of the world, start your engines, let the oil flow. This from President Donald Trump. So this coming in as there were a little bit speed bumps through the final checkered flag of this, but they are moving through with this deal, as we have heard from also Pakistan saying the United States and Iran have reached an agreement to end the war. Trey Ying's talking about this as the Pakistani Prime Minister. They have facilitated a lot of this, saying it has moved through. And we also want to give some more details about what's involved. Phil Stewart from Reuters saying President Trump issuing that statement, immediately confirming what the Wall Street Journal reported on Sunday, telling the Journal that the deal will either be signed by electronically or by himself or Vice President J.D. Vance. So still unsure about some exact details about this, not necessarily available or made, as the signing will be Friday in Switzerland. It's not clear how quickly the strait might reopen to all traffic. The U.S. previously said it would ease its blockade of Iranian ports as the strait reopens and would agree to relax sanctions to allow Iran to sell more of its oil and strengthen its battered economy.
So you mash up the place. I know you relax the sanctions and allow them to sell more of them oil. Whoops. Because you mash up America too. So the plane couldn't, hey, we see the plane there, wait name, Spirit, it out, not more thing out. Them couldn't buy the fuel too high. This was a stupid war. No, you run like a something in the good now, you know, you come to a deal, like you would go there for crush. But instead they go to go crush down, you give you ease them for themselves even more oil to build back the economy. Then why about the mash it up? A megawatt. Why bother mash it up? Eh? And to fall in this too, you know, because there be a garbage in talk and you know, yeah, because I see the helicopter in, I know say a Cuba now because they want to win. This is a failure though, you know. When you say this is a failure. When you say the house have to get up and vote against this, and I say, no, you want to come to me. You do too much. You know that go already. Eh? This is a failure. By doing this is a failure. Big failure. Continue. We are political analysts too. We dissect too, you know. Continue.
Economy. So this is a key hurdle to get through. The next one, that window to negotiate about the key issue.
Jebal, but that me just ask. You attack me, and then you beg me a deal. Eh? You understand? He want this Alabama deal, but it don't make no sense neither. Because now you make them send more island, they attack big and tough, and you drop them in a couple of weeks. The American people, them feel it. You make airline bankrupt. They make airline bankrupt. Gas gone up, everything gone up. People, them have the world, they can't make one man destroy the world like this. Remember, you know, and the Lord Almighty, you give him an office run and him just do what him do. When you look at Bill losses, him a loss from the other day, you know. Him go take him name, go put on Kennedy Center. All that no outer than this. Them have to tell him take it off. That same, so I see somebody now, I talk about 2 Michael, them I put out a book. I put out some biography with 2 Michael. Because when Michael name, and then I show Michael when him attack. When Michael I go in him never attack. So see? A 2 Michaels and them I show you and him never know him. So the 2 Michaels. No! Michael, my name Wayne, never middle name. Your name Andrew. So you don't say no 2 Michael and draw for the middle name. When the man first name Michael. Manley. You understand? So when people have them first name, nobody not draw for a middle name and call about 2. Eggs, them want eggs up with Manley, you know. Not my saying. Let me show you what I talk. Come and like show you. It's the last section. All right, now me see the helicopter in Jamaica, you know. The ship not the helicopter. Just now. Let me show you what I talk. This year they come out with that foolishness. See ya? Yeah. Let me play this like here.
In 1972, a Jamaican father looked at his son and gave him the name Michael. He named him after the man he believed represented Jamaica's future.
So, Chikuno, alright. So, you see what she do? She play, you walk with a pride today. The man never even speak this. Yet, him just going in, 72. And I want to ban just 5 months. So the man never talk about name. This is a lie and you tell again. Enough people back now didn't be if you check enough baby, the middle name of Michael. And enough middle name of Anthony. And enough middle name of so you know. Yes. So right away she want to put compare now after Andrew try this try Michael Manley. Andrew him name. Jay, nobody no use the middle name and say your man have same name. You use first and last name. All the certain thing you push out your whole name pan. And I may tell. But Michael, this is the next trick again of him. Because you have no more people named Michael. And you know, you them tell them people them give them name Michael after Michael and ban. You know them time thereafter. You know hear that. See? But he want to come with it. If you come with bullshit. First and last name you use. First name and your surname. See? Send about no Michael, nothing. Nobody no call no middle name. Uncle sensitive paper, them want some full name for certain things people use it. Yeah? See, so here I know the 2 Michael. 1 Michael! And you have 1 Andrew, and you have 1 Siaga, and you have 1 Mama P. Portia Simpson, you have 1 PJ Patterson. Percival. And you have 1, you understand? Say, go down, 1, about 2 Michael. Hear this. Yeah.
Is that boy would grow up to become Prime Minister.
A government can campaign and showing the people what we've done, not empty promises, but you can look at the track record of achievement and make a judgment. If you were
Yeah, the man lie, man.
who is capable of delivering the future that you want, then it must
Future you want?
Jamaica Labour Party.
That single fact stopped me in my tracks.
Yeah.
Somewhere between Michael Manley and Andrew Michael Holness lies the story of modern Jamaica itself.
I admire Michael Manley's intellect. I
Yeah.
admire his willingness to talent, but I also question his judgment.
My latest song
Yeah, you understand?
is called The Two Michaels.
Nobody must buy that from her. About two Michael. One Michael. You say Michael have a middle name, you know. You say Michael, man, the first and last. But Andrew Michael only and two Michael, they favor shit. Nobody must buy your autobiography if you go with that. And boy, you question him intellect. Yes, still live from the man house in trust. For balance you, I dig it down. If you look good, I tell them to build house on your son. And build house when you know do nothing better. It depends on auto. Yeah? Boy, you question him judgment, but the same NHT where I live off, you know, question it, it keep your budget. Hey, when you look on that alone, you know, say my garbage, you know. Make you come back on the last of the guy, because the guy, when go start, wow, one man, my Michael, you know, Michael have a middle name, don't it? His name, and Michael Norman, man, the one name, Michael Norman. We don't say two Norman. We say what because Michael, so about Mike, Andrew, Michael, we about two Michael. In name Andrew, one Michael. That is bullshit. We don't say two Norman. Him name Norman like him father, him middle name. Yeah. Yeah. See? So I'm gonna say two Norman. Him father Norman. You know, the middle name drop right there. So you know say two Norman, you know. One the son, your name Michael Manley. Your name Andrew Honest. So now drop in a middle name. This again for playing on people consciousness. You know, subconsciousness and consciousness. To come up with their bullshit after you feel and mash up Jamaica. People can't have food. We don't have the road, we don't have the hospital. All them do is robbing the money all over the place. And give some little idiot when I know if you do not at all, give them big job. Right? Remember, go back to that one never last. I lose the war, you know. And yeah, but we not call him Michael Norman Manley. Him name Michael Manley. Him middle name Norman. Him father name Norman. So when I say two Norman, we never do that yet. Because the first and last. So you call out three for him and call two for him and not talk about the two Michael. There is one Michael. Peter, shit, too much people born after have the middle name Michael. You ever hear them come size up and them name Michael for real Michael. Them say, yeah, because my people, them give me name Michael. You know what Michael me know? But after Michael Manley, after him reign, this is a political puppet bullshit again. See? All right. So, Trump now get wounded. He want to cut a deal where, remember, you know, you make America look bad. Yeah? Because you tell people one, you just launch and you go do everything. No, you live blockade. Yeah? You live blockade. To make them sell even more oil so they might have more money now. You live the sanction for them sell more oil so them can build back them economy. Then why mash it up? Why you want to make Spirit run out because Spirit couldn't manage the money thing there? Yeah, them couldn't buy the fuel. Enough more people mash up because of this. Mash up. Enough economy. Wobble. Enough people over in the state wobble because of this. This is a waste of life. Waste of ammunition. Waste of everything. This where the big and bowl up run out. I waste of everything for please who? Him lost. You see him and make attack and then I look at deal. And get deal and stop deal. Them never deal, you want to mash up deal and you run it. And, you know, I'm from the house, come up, you know, and say, no, I vote this. Anything I want, I have to come over with. The man has spent more than $1 billion per day. You know about me? See? And now, you know, midterm I come. So the whole of them are lose them seat and get GG. People still vote them out. Still vote them out. See? You get where I say unique. Him get Jimmy, Chichi. See? Him a move like Chichi board. See now? Continue play. Continue play.
Issue at large, those being nuclear capabilities. And we also saw some potential issues today on Sunday as President Trump urging no attacks by Israel or Iran after Israel's military earlier today launched strikes on Hezbollah targets in Beirut, Lebanon, potentially complicating the finalization of this deal that just went through. So obviously Fox News, Trey Yingst reporting that he spoke to the president saying they still expected an agreement to be made. And now that is what we have in earnest, in full. So some major developments here on Live Now from Fox.
Yeah, Fox now. People are celebrate. What they want to celebrate for? Hear this. Hear this.
Around a complete deal to have a ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. They will reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and that will certainly ease some tensions and pressures in the region around the global world economy. Next up is determination about what the MOU looks like, what the next seal of negotiations are around those nuclear capabilities. But a monumental moment today on President Trump's 80th birthday, as this will be a...
So them though, and then Andrew watch. A monumentum, this for him 80th birthday and this will go. So what you do, it's like you pray something good when him attack them. Them no move, them the same place. Him a move the barricade. You a cut a deal. Because the amount of ammunition you drop it a bleed America for nothing at all. This is bullshit. You understand? This is a bull crap. Yeah? So when them do them turn it to a monumental on his 80th, I call him birthday, on his 80th birthday. So a big thing. It's a big deal. Iran never trouble them. Him attack Iran, him drop the amount of bomb and the amount of how much money Iran was. How much money, I mean look how much money what a bomb drop. The value. Look here. You see what the news them good for? Fox News this. It costs US to date. How much Iran will really, remember this? 2026 April. 1 point defense budget, okay. April 2020, April the 30th. Now already been a June, so more today. Because El Jazeera that how much as Iran war really cost the US. And they put it at 1 trillion or 1.8 trillion, but it costs more than that. Most. Yeah, it must cost more than this. Yeah. Yeah. One cost like that. It costs a lot of money, it costs billions of dollars a day. Just run the thing by itself and the amount of bomb and how much money for them, the thing them with them use. It costs a lot of money. Then when the oil price go up too high and everything, it costs money. Then there will be a toll for ship using the strait. When said there will be a toll, even though said it after the deal, then they said the other day, them just said. So even I try to build back their money. So there will be a toll and then just cut a deal. Even they said the other day, said they might give them a toll, like how much million you have to pay. Right? That the hype up your eye. No, I think them have removed that. You understand? So when Fox News I do right now, I big up the president.
Lots of celebration around the United States. A deal reached between the U.S.
Yeah, there. Nobody not celebrate. None. Because some people from Iran come out and say them shouldn't make no deal. Nobody not celebrating. So you see what them that try to going to people about celebration around the United States. Nobody now celebrate. You understand? Nobody now celebrate. Me see this, you know. Me see it, fam. But me, I was part. Yeah. A police, I mean, I want them for Jamaica police. They may not shoot up, they may just murder, you know. People are going to put up their hand. I was part this happen, though. Me see it, you know. Yeah. Ocean White. Me know, man. Me know. So you hear this? People are going to celebrate. Like people are idiot. You can go find boy and go.
Next up is determination about what the MOU looks like, what the next seal of negotiations are around those nuclear capabilities. But a monumental moment today on President Trump's 80th birthday, as this will be a lot of celebration around the United States. A deal reached between the U.S. and Iran. Again, just here on Live Now from Fox, as he says, hereby authorizing the toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz, saying they will immediately remove the U.S. naval blockade, saying start your engines, let the oil flow. So it is getting moved.
Man, come on, move on front of me, man. This is the garbage that them put out, you know. Let oil flow and things. Me say them eyes because them last. This is the last. If you Andrew want this. This is the last. Yeah. A Cuba now because they want to win. Same one going there now. But for the power neighbor, Andrew allow some things now, you know. Because, remember play this. Remember play this right now. So, he might talk about 80th birthday and people are celebrate. Nobody now celebrate. The family over there and friends. Nobody now celebrate. Yeah, all the while we tell them, you know. Yeah. No, but we tell them all the while, so we don't like bully. Yeah. David and Goliath, it come to, you can't see them. And them have to bend, you know. And him have to bend. Because the America, you see when America, House and Senate stand up though. Because when them do, them give him this long rope and them do all kind of things, and you cannot do this. And America's a nice place. America people, them nice and everything, but you can't put one spade in a seat. Right now, them have schoolworm in a beef, you know. The Dodge where them bill, where Elon Musk got caught. It a card, you have to be careful over there. If who eat beef, I'm not talking about, you know, me talk beef. Yeah, who eat beef? You have to look for schoolworm anyway. Because the money we use to cut schoolworm, megawatt. See? You know, say them cut it. You know, say them cut it over there. Let me show you, you know. Never show you these things. Before me show you the Cuba thing, let me show you. Cause you know, we put people like first, you know. So where the doctor there? Where him there? Let me drive for the doctor where I talk. Yeah? Let me drive for the doctor where I talk. So anybody over in America where I eat beef, whether you're not in a baggy or you buy it at a supermarket, schoolworm, they matter about the schoolworm now. No, be careful. You understand? Yes. Not my word. But I play this to you. Up to this, the man them want to put in a danger, them cut. Well, I'm there. I love this, you go play to, you know. I see something I want to play to. Before I go to catch them, I'm going to find the beef. All right, see it here. I'm making you hear this. Yeah? So the whole of the man, the whole of the people, them love beef. You have to beef because them they eradicate beef schoolworm, you know. Now them cut the funding and schoolworm in a beef. Make sure you think food and all kind of things. You understand? See it not my saying. Look. Not my saying. When you see these things, you can't pass it. Right? I'm going to plug in my phone. I'm going to plug in my phone here. See? We can't pass it because we have family members. Look at. Look at.
Now have a screwworm outbreak in multiple states, including Texas and New Mexico. This is a parasite that can cause devastating losses to cattle, raising beef prices. The United States had eradicated this parasite for many, many, many years. And one reason is because we had federal funding for monitoring programs that unfortunately the Trump administration and the Doge folks cut. And what we learned from Doge is that it was a massive failure. The people working on it were clueless, naive, arrogant, and lazy. They made no effort to find out about the programs they were cutting. And they cut the very programs designed to prevent screwworm outbreaks. And now we have the Secretary of Agriculture blaming it on the Biden administration. If she cannot accept responsibility, then she needs to resign. And the life cycle of a screwworm is about 14 to 54 days, depending on temperature and humidity. The Trump administration has been in office for over 500 days. This is on the Trump administration. They need to own up.
So them are blame Biden. Them cut it. You hear this? Andrew style, you know. So Andrew took up that style, yeah. When blame Portia or Patterson. 10 years, you know. And every time I'm talking about 60s and them things, and people not say, stop your fuck with 10 years. You take the economy like this and you fuck it. You fuck it up. Right? This is what him do. You have to not make nobody play with your life them way at 10, 1 decade. If a baby just born with them going, right now them at 10. If you was 10 when you go in, you're 20. You're a young adult. It's a decade in do. Plus. See? And him still do the bullshit. Now, beef, screwworm, here's the Dodge. The Dodge. What them have there, it's this now, them are blame Biden. Him in the 500 ad, him in the from last year, January. From last year, January. Yeah? I see him come with this foolishness. See? And the woman wants to say, oh, Biden this. Don't follow her. No, but I want him in America, them know rights, you know. So when you come up and do the and talk your foolishness, they will fact check that and run away with it. They'll screw him, outbreak that. And that not sound good. You understand? So me I want the one of them who love beef. You know, no owner love beef in a thin baggy in a be wrap up in a plastic or what, and that shit, be careful, screw over there. Be careful. Yeah, can't for them love beef no. Red meat. Yeah? Alright, be careful. Me could look what Cuba say so. It's about 3 days ago. Me could look what Cuba say so.
Chief of Cuba's armed forces joining military drills on the island in the face of increasing U.S. pressure. Questions tonight about Cuba's level of preparation for possible U.S. military action. Here's Christina Vasquez.
Our military capabilities, as we have seen, even in Iran and other places, are very strong.
And if the U.S. is weighing military intervention in Cuba, Local 10 Cuba analyst Dr. Andy Gomez told us this about the communist island's military.
They have 30 airplanes, all makes, about 3,000 all equipment of, tanks, personnel movement, 50,000 regular soldiers. That's pretty small.
Aging Soviet-era equipment, explained to FI.
Remember, him no live there, Him got talk and him analyst. But them don't know what them add on to that when things are 50,000 and 30,000, tank and everything and, but all equipment and, them have, what them only have 30 airplane. It's so much, warplane Cuba have still 30. Jamaica don't have one. But them at Jamaica, Angela tell them the JD for the most powerful army in the Caribbean, Puerto Rico and America. No go say no. The police are the most most advanced. The whole of these things is bullshit. I just slack, just idle talk. Yeah? Here where the man have. Continue.
IU's Defense and National Security Research Vice Provost, Dr. Brian Fonseca.
If they were to do a smash and grab kind of operation like they did with Nicolas Maduro, they would probably meet very little resistance.
But one wild card, he says, is if there is a pronounced U.S. presence on the ground, the potential of a guerrilla warfare strategy from militias comprised of Castro regime loyalists.
It has to be careful it doesn't engage the Cuban people. And that might, bring the Americans into a more pronounced conflict. And that would be a disaster for domestic policy, too, especially as we lead into the November 2026 midterms.
And as high stakes negotiations.
November 26 midterms. They might negotiate over Cuba right now, too, Them they negotiate. Right? But they're not going to just kill them real like that. They're not going to do it. I'm going to play on this. They might talk, but I'm not going to show the picture of the scheme. I'm going to play where they might tell about the propaganda and where they might go on with too. I play the ambassadors. Yeah, hear this.
Between the U.S. and Cuba appear to stall. Cuban officials say they are prepared to defend themselves.
Survive through repression, censorship, fear.
As U.S. leaders continue to make the case for intervention.
The desire for freedom has never disappeared.
That's Republican Congressman Carlos Jimenez speaking at an event at Miami-Dade College hosted by World Affairs Council of Miami's Aaron Rosen.
Cuba would not really be able to match up to the United States in a one-to-one conflict. However, if the U.S. and Cuba did find itself at war and the U.S. decimated Cuba's military, it would very soon find that it inherits Cuba's political future. And there are very big open questions about what that might mean for what comes next.
This as public opinion on this issue remains polarized. While surveys here in South Florida found the majority of Cuban Americans support U.S. military intervention in Cuba, national polling has found the majority of Americans do not.
So majority of America knowing the foolishness with where one go on with. But me see this, because somebody they call me and tell me say them have this, down the right now, I did before yesterday, but look at it. I shouldn't up them here. I go on JDFBS. I'm going to be them down at St. James this, Yes. Jamaica have them here. So them they're all over the place now, yes. See it again.
Our start now, youth.
You can't take it to my house.
Yo, war go on, no brother. A Cuba, man, never come war, I don't feel a joke. Watch by later light gone again. By later we not no more light. See there, Cuba.
But in a trouble.
War start now, youth. Yo, war go on, no brother. A Cuba, man, never come war, I don't feel a joke. Watch by later light gone again. By later we not no more light. See there, Cuba them a go war. Land them a land in a dog. Yo, I land them a land.
When they get busy in Jamaica though, I see Angela in not talk to the people them for nothing, I talk about, long time and security and one bag of bullshit I talk because them know them drive away. One bag of garbage. Saying? Them know this is Jamaica, but them can't run out. Yeah, them just get up and just run over and that's it. No, Trump want to win now, because them just get a loss. Megawatt, says the last thing get. If you go on your big and mighty, in a Goliath style, and you go think every amount of billions and billions a day, but a missile and tomahawk and everything. And when you done, enough casualty in Iran. You do the whole of this, and then you talk about you get a deal, and you withdraw from the. But me think you say you don't finish the job. Me never know it's a deal, yeah, look. But you did have a deal already, brother. You never have to drop one bomb. You did have a deal, and now you allow them to build back the economy. You allow them to sell the oil to rebuild back where you match everything you match up. You allow them to sell even more oil now. To build it back because the world are mash up, by what I'm doing, Oil price rise, people are suffer like dog, even in the country. Yeah? And them are look funny. Remember him saying at the peace president, no war. And him are going to lick everywhere. So this is what Andrew do. He might make Jamaica rich. From this to that, from poverty to prosperity. And now him put it from prosperity to poverty. Yes. You understand? And put it from prosperity to poverty. So me play a little thing from me play that thing from when there. Okay, see this? Me just play this song. Me not gonna show no, but this guy I talk to the you gotta hear what him say the ambassador. Yeah. See that?
Midas, Canada viewers, resistors from all over. Charlie Angus here. We're at the Cuban embassy in Ottawa. I'm being invited in to meet with Ambassador Mal Mierca Diaz to talk about Trump's threats against the people of Cuba, the attack against their sovereignty, the resistance of the Cuban people to maintain their way of life, and the deep connection and trust that exists between the people of Canada and the people of Cuba. Yes. In this age of monsters, it is essential that we stick together. This is why we are at the Cuban embassy. This is why we want to shine a light on what is happening. And this is why we're calling on the Midas Mighty from all over to help the people of Cuba at this time.
Yes. So the embassy, see the Cuba embassy in Ottawa. All right, but yeah, the ambassador say yourself. Yeah, yeah, with the ambassador say right, that's all right. Let me just rewind, fast forward that. All right, let me fast forward this.
How is that this blockade has strengthened in an absurd way? This year, President Trump has signed two executive orders that are intending to suffocate the Cuban society completely. The first of them was signed on January 29.
January 29.
And there are threats to apply tariffs and other sanctions to any country that could supply oil products to Cuba. So in the practice, it's a kind of energetic blockade against Cuba. We have been trying to trade oil products since January, and we haven't been successful. Everybody is very afraid of these sanctions. And the objective at the end is to create trouble to the population. You can understand that energy, everything is affected. Not only the electricity generation, that is a big problem, but everything, transportation, agriculture, industry, services like health or education, everything is affected. And it's the population, the one that is suffering the most. This kind of collective punishment to the Cuban people simply because we want to be independent. Because the justification they are using is that Cuba is an extraordinary threat to the U.S. national security, and it's completely false. It's ridiculous. As a matter of fact, Cuba is a small country, and the United States is a superpower. So, and the history is that we have been attacked by the United States, like now, in different ways. It's not Cuba who is threatening anybody. Well, the second order was signed on May the 1st, and it's establishing sanctions to a group of companies, not only Cubans, also foreign companies of third countries, like Canada, we have to say. And with these and other measures they have applied, derivated from this executive order, they have created a situation in which many companies are not willing to continue their business in Cuba. And I can put you a few examples, but because of these measures, now the Canadian Airlines are not flying to Cuba. We used to receive nearly 1 million citizens from Canada visiting to do tourism every year. now Chariot International, that has investments in Cuba in the mining sector, is withdrawing. Blue Diamond, who has the management contracts for many hotels in Cuba, is also withdrawing. So the extraterritorial effect of these sanctions against Cuba is present on this. It is a very difficult situation for us. We are resisting. Our people is very brave, and they know very well what is happening is not the responsibility of the Cuban government, but the aggression from the superpower.
No, but Canada's had a long-standing friendship and a willingness to challenge, resist anyways, the United States. I mean, Fidel Castro was at the funeral of Prime Minister Trudeau Sr. Has there been any efforts within the hemisphere of countries to work together to try and end this blockade, to take this to the United Nations, to speak up for Cuba? Has there been any efforts?
Cuba and Canada, we have a very good relation. We last year we celebrated the 80th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations, and we have a friendly relationship. I mean, we have a political dialogue, we have economic links through trade, through Canadian capital invested in Cuba. We have exchanges in all the sectors, or cultural, or sports, or academic, everything. So it's a very rich relationship. As I said before, the Canadian tourism is the most important one for Cuba. And I have to say also that this is an uninterrupted relationship, because in the 60s, when the Cuban Revolution came to power, the pressure from the United States government at the moment pushed almost everybody in the Americas to break relations with Cuba, with only two honorable exceptions, that's Mexico and Canada. So we appreciate that very much. But as you say, it's what is happening is completely out of the international order, and it's a bit sad to see that there is a lot of silence around about it. I think Canada is very concerned with the situation of the Cuban people. They have approved 2 packages of humanitarian aid to Cuba that are already being implemented through international organizations. But the fact is that what is happening is wrong, is against the international law, it's against the UN Charter itself. The Secretary General of the United Nations stated that as a fact. This is what is happening.
There are rumors that the United States is pressuring Canada to support them if they try to impose some kind of regime change or attack. This is happening at the same time that the American ambassador here is making comments about whether or not Canada's sovereignty should be up for discussion. There is a feeling among some Canadians that if Cuba falls, the United States could turn to us. Have you a sense of the Canadians at least trying to maintain that relationship with Cuba and not giving in?
No, the relations is still there. And as I said, we have a good relationship, a good dialogue. Cuban delegation is coming next week to have talks here in Ottawa with Global Affairs and other persons in Ottawa. So I don't think Canada is going to do that.
Good.
It would be wrong. It's against the pillars of the Canadian foreign policy itself, because when you hear what Prime Minister Carney and all the officials say about what is happening in the world, it's very clear that they are concerned with what is happening. The attempt from the U.S. government to impose a kind of new order or disorder, I have to say, internationally is something that is dangerous. Now it's very dangerous for Cuba because the possibility of military aggression is present, but I believe it's dangerous for everybody. It's something that we should try to stop at some point.
Yeah, I want to switch now to talk about the situation in Cuba. One of the things that Cuba is known for is its incredible health system.
Here it is, people.
People have a longer life expectancy in Cuba than in the United States. The access to medicine and access to doctors.
And this one to listen to.
The situation with the blockade in terms of health in Cuba now.
This is very complicated. You are right. Cuba has worked a lot of time trying to create a comprehensive and efficient health system, a public health system. I have to say that it's for free and it can reach everybody. And now we are having problems with it. I can put you some examples because the Ministry of Foreign of Public Health recently published something about it. For instance, we have around 100,000 persons waiting in a waiting list to access a surgery. 10,000 of them are children.
Wow.
Why? Because without energy, the hospital can't function normally.
Right.
So we are trying to introduce some reforms at the hospitals using solar energy and to try to maintain all of them functioning normally, but it's unavoidable that some affectations are present. I was reading that, for instance, the patients with kidney failure
dialysis
need some special treatment, hemodialysis.
Yeah.
And there are thousands of them in Cuba now. They have to go twice a week, 3 times a week to the hospital. They don't have transportation to do so. So we're inventing ways trying to, with electrical vehicles to pick them home and take to the hospital. So we are trying to solve problems in a very imaginative
oh God, man. So you know what it hold on, before me even finish pay this. This are evil though, you know. Remember me talk about them thing here? Before me hear the ambassador to Ottawa in Canada, yeah. What we hear him. But remember, you can just vision that and you think of that most. Because you have over 100,000, 10,000 kids. You do a barricade and you're not busy about them, but you love the people at Cuba. You can't tell me nothing. Nobody can tell me nothing. You can't love up. You could, that's why when I say when Andrew sent back from the doctor, these are evilness. Might not be right. These are evilness. People, you can't make no government do other country like this. It will start. Have a heart. Just think about you barricade in there. You come from there and your kids there. And you have 10,000 of them for do surgery. Yeah? 10,000. And you have over 100,000 people. So all people, your mother, your father, yourself, and being for the surgery. And you can't do it because the eye not there and think you were dead. People are dead. And then when you do this, you know, you say after war, this is make the people turn. Why am I turn against the government when you are doing it? Are you doing it? This are the same thing what them doing in Jamaica with the JLP in the 1970s. That's why it threw me off. The same thing with Edward Seaga do. But what them do when them couldn't move Mandley, he might be out. Them both on evening time. Bad man, they sing about it. Rat race, them shoot him. Same now, Rasta now work with CIA. Listen the tune. Or listen the tune. And then come to ambush in the night. These people here say about mash up and destroy. How Michael at the best prime minister walk through Jamaica. Yeah? Yeah, man. And when the big boy, them a flip up, flap up in the business that he may couldn't go school free from 1973. See, I gonna move that 1986. Free education. When say I go force I just maintain, remember man they put it in. Him scrap it. Him say him sorry him scrap it after that. Sorry, can't buy a soldier lorry. Yeah? Yeah. You understand? So anytime that's what I'm telling you, that's why you know sir Andrew no good none at all. You know? Can you imagine? Him is that ticks and live off a callback, pan callback. And yesterday every minute him go back the 70s. You do have a clue, destroy. Him is that piece of shit. That's why Andrew me personally, the renegade. I feel show the people them your style. You can't style nobody around Andrew. You understand? You have someone back guy, the country destroy. But people like you, people are afraid of. You're dangerous. Yeah? So you throw them off and I go in a history and I give them wrong history because you don't know your history. See, I read history and I don't pay bullshit. This is evil. So when them are say about the people them call, no, you go and barricade and block the people then. And you cut off the island and go and bag up in the country. But members have people like for last. One of them old people, them have greater expectancy, life expectancy than the US. Life expectancy is a higher number than the US. They live longer. Yeah. Yeah, them have doctors, them have free health care where US don't have. Free. So you see most of the thing when I'm talking about the people, them and that. Or if you listen, you can't live in Cuba without money then. Because something where you go for a pay for, if the state take care of this and then them have minerals. You them say even the one them want to deal with them minerals. Them have to pull out the airline. Them used to get over 1 million tourists from Canada. Here Canada pull out. Canada's like America, but here Canada. That means them make money. See? So what I do is try to crumble the economy and tell them bullshit. And speak them like, but people, or you listen to liars when they tell lie all over and over again. You come from the islands and it comes to your island and then you don't listen to them. You see, as I said, you see the same pattern and you know history and you live through the history. You know, listen to just see them and squeeze the people, them and do the same thing. And then I tell you lie. This is evil. Dialysis that mean enough people are cut off. You know what them have to do? And them now if you send people, them must send in a way the people them live to give them, to go catch them, to go do the dialysis and carry them back. It's not my word. Hear this. So you see it? Hear this. Hear this.
Big problem. Cancer. Children with cancer receive a very specialized attention with very specific equipments. And now, because of these difficulties, I understand that the survival rate in these patients, children with cancer, dropped from 85% to 65%.
Wow.
You hear this, people?
People is dying because of what is happening.
On that, people are commenting all the time through our network. How can they help? What can Canadians do right now to help Cuba?
I think that the most important thing for Cuba today is that the voices raised to say what is happening and simply state the truth.
Sure.
We in Cuba are not perfect. We know we are not perfect. But what is being said about Cuba by the U.S. government, it's many times lies, many times manipulation of the information. So what we need is the truth to be told. That's the most important thing. To defend justice, to defend international law, to say what you are doing to these people is criminal. It's something that they don't deserve. And in the other hand, there are efforts already very successful besides the official aid that the Canadian government is sending to Cuba, there are other organizations and even Canadian individuals that are trying to cooperate with Cuba. There is an organization that its name is Canadian Network on Cuba that is working with the Association of Cuban Residents in Toronto. They have sent already to Cuba 21 containers with the medical supplies, food, equipment to generate electricity. So it's possible to help this way too. But for me, the most important thing is to tell the truth and to help all the society to understand what is happening. It's really a crime.
Right. So on that, in the issue of justice, we see that the U.S. government has indicted Raul Castro. Do you feel that they're trying to set this thing up like they did with Venezuela to create this enemy that they could say that would be their reason to launch some kind of attack?
What they're doing is to accumulate pretexts to justify an intervention. All these measures, what is looking for this despair, to push the population to a kind of humanitarian crisis, and they would like to see that there is a social exposure and something is going to happen. And in the other hand, they say, well, if that doesn't happen, we all also have the possibility to make a military intervention. And the fraudulent accusation against Raul Castro, who is the leader of the Cuban Revolution, and it is completely out of logic. But it's a pretext they are trying to use to put some fundamentals to what they are doing. Later, they sanction a group of institutions and individuals in Cuba, including President Miguel Díaz-Canel Bermudez. And it is the same thing, is to artificially create an atmosphere of confrontation that could justify an intervention.
Well, finally, I want to thank you for taking
the time. So let me take out that more.
We have...
Yes. So you see me talk about, so people are dead. Cuba said they're not back down, but them are dead. Now, Trump lost in Iran. I remember midterm I come up, Yes. Him know them now, but he not have it with him, man. Yeah. So it destabilize static. But it cause a lot of life. Them do it. The cleaner where you see pack up now, he put an all mask over man the face. And then they make the economy scream. And then Andrew Onis, when he open the mouth and talk about the 70s people for running my door, he not have no respect for no say the same party where he lead. Kill 53 people. Burn them to ashes. Yes, burn them to death in an eventide home. Just to gain power. I'll make mandate to look back, them shoot. Remember, it's not CIA. Let me tell you again. CIA don't pull a trigger in Jamaica. People in Jamaica do that. So even if them come and them bribe you can't follow bribery. Them come and bribe you and even spend the money on you, or you are do the act. JLP do the act. Every one of the evilest aqua in the 70s are JLP themselves, not CIA. Because some people them talk and say, CIA and them burn down. And the people them from down at the man them from down them use. And the political puppet them, man, they lock up some of them. They are shits. See? And you sit down and you watch your neighbor. Them a tell lie again. And when you don't move with the lie, nobody buying the lie. None. You understand? You create a scene front of we and say no, the regime and this creating. You don't do that. We are big people. I might not be it right. Yeah. You understand? This bad. It's bad, man. See? And Cuba, Don't make them know so them now back down the care one wife you invade them. So you bring up Real Casco or a man by 95. What kind of thing you want between now? Don't even think about it. Because nobody couldn't fly over America and drop pamphlet and tell you say, I'm a matter of fact, people are go cross there, Canadian are go cross there, and them look up something saying they say something about Trump and turning back. So who could have dropped leaflet? Pamphlet and say this stuff a regime and you know the man have run a regime. You know it couldn't happen. So why want to do it to other people? Stop the foolish, stop the garbage. Don't do that. You understand? Don't do it. And as I say, America, one of the greatest country. I mean, America people nice. Remember we have family, have enough of family in America. So America will play the same way, but we not put up with it. You know, you can't have government, have one man in a government who want to destroy the whole earth. And nobody must say nothing. Yeah, America better than this. America not gonna make, you can't make one man destroy the whole place. What thing destroy front of one eye? Impeach the brother. If you get impeached and no more of this. When the vet war come in, don't do it. Don't make the Republicans, same like the JLP in Jamaica, destroy the place. I want to have them in there when you look. Them team up with PSOJ where I carry the cocaine. Yeah, in Jamaica, they must spend the big money. And finish destroy the country. Me, I wonder, not for our old people, no, when I come from back the south. When not plan for dead. But then in a better hospital, but remember, no, me never see nobody live at 150 and 200 there. And not for one well, no, they're soon dead. When I buy today, eat, when I laugh, so I buy tomorrow, on the dead. But look what I'm going with. We don't want more land, we don't want more this, keep that family, we don't have fear on yourself. Yeah. Yeah, man, we don't have fear. When you go away now, man. You see? When you touch up in that age, you know, you're for more reflect, you know, so well, you're closer to your coffee, you know. Yes. If you more reflect, a positive way. See? Trump at 80. And when I reflect, remember, you know, film action cause war and death. And in the business. 80-year-old. Eh? Old age, take care, brother. You see? Most people I live even go 100, not even the queen, and she have everything and the best set of doctors. She had 90 when she dead. You understand? 90 years. When you reach 80, you know, and you depend on the club time, if you just go and live and live good, you should have go and live and really be the peace president and stop bully people and do them this and catch people and run them up and rape them against family and try turn birth, right? I'll be an evilness to the guy head. Yeah. You understand? Nobody can feel so much evil, brother. And the things that remember to people, remember my wife coming in certain things, you know. It's there. You understand? And could have changed things and our family come in when older than maybe older than the parents too. The parents will come in, older than them. Feel mother and father-in-law, I'm older as to them. I'm at them, maybe not be them bigger brother and thing. And that him like, and nobody must say nothing to him. Yeah, your other wife, she's not American born, your mother, not American born, but look away you do to immigrant, man. Yeah? Yeah. Of course. You understand? But them man, they know, Trump come back. Trump come back in the 40s. He might 80 now. You understand? And then you can't have them things you push out. Remember people are, remember the world intertwined now, you know. So when you push out the lie, the world, I watch what you do to other country. And I say, why them continue these things? A time for it stop. It don't make no sense. It's not funny, it don't make no sense right now. Eh? Yeah, man. No, man, more than the mother and father-in-law. Some mother and father, you know, him and them bigger brother. That be like a bigger brother. Then, you can't mother and father-in-law, your mother and father-in-law, you older than them. Man, this me now. Nigga what? Let me see this. Let me look on this. Trump, mother and father-in-law. Let me see something. All right. Let me see this. You know, some current father-in-law. See there? The father-in-law just 2 years. Well, them are more the same age group, the father-in-law, right? No. So OMB, your father-in-law, this don't make no sense. And the mother-in-law, she has 78. See it, man, them are playing yet. You think, look here. More than the mother-in-law for Cuba. Look here. Then are some father-in-law, present one, them are 82. Then are like 80. See there, and the mother-in-law, January 20, see there, look here. His parents, his father Fred. We're not talking father Fred, mother-in-law. So him and the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, mother-in-law, the one of them are playmate, them are brother and sister. And the cool and them are in the same age group. That's how your mother and father-in-law, your little brother and sister, them are, you know, are a 2-year gap. And your little brother, like your brother and sister, them most of them are like 2 years apart. Eh? Me not, you know, but you think a joke. So you think them are like 100, them only about. So it's like you walk with a big old man like you. I'm a father-in-law this, you know. I'm a mother-in-law this. Come on now. Eh? Hey, you know what? It's never funny. Eh? It's never funny, you know, man. Eh? Can you imagine, man? Your mother-in-law and father-in-law, but who you call the father-in-law, you know, I like your brother and sister, them then, you know, you and them in the same little bracket. And I your father or mother-in-law that. Eh? Go around and give the most of where you look, you want to call birthright. And I say for the slave, why are you doing these things? Why are you doing these things? And when I realize the things that my mother for week up are US, you know. A week up US. Because US have every nation around them. You say, Rosalie. No, but me talk it now, we are jump all after. Me talk it now, but a reality. You know? Yes. Man, if you know yourself, man, you can't, you know, the whole you get, man, if you have something about yourself and some respect. Yeah. You see me, I say? See? Some few individual, when you reach out, when your mind not think about just play war and get rid of people, you want to score a pint. You're not talking about your 80 and not talking about our third. But you know them not have. You go take your name and put on Kennedy Center. Just have to say you're there, take it down. Go cock it up there, you know, Trump and Kennedy Center. Put it all over the man name too, you know. Then I'll Trump and Kennedy Center. Why did I do that? You don't want to do them things there. Yeah? You don't want to do these things. You see? So them have to take them clinic. Me like show people them things, you know, because I remember me not do tablet. Look. So I show them. I don't joke, I show you. Trump. To remove name from Kennedy Center. Man, tell them all about. See that? You can't put it big and think for the people in place. Kennedy people them have look there. And the Trump over there, you know. Trump said, look here. Can you imagine, man? Trump and Kennedy Center. See, then remove it. Put the name all over the man, Trump and Kennedy Center. He put the name over the top of it too, you know. But I tell the judge, I tell him, move it, remove it. Wait. I see him, so Andrew want to be Michael Manley. That they have Michael Manley, the man named Michael, the middle name and Norman, never call it. But the two Mondays, I look when they dress up in a dream, the two Monday, one Monday. In the manjo. See? Hear this thing, yeah? Yeah. Let me hear this. Hear the drill, yeah? 39 minutes. Hear the drill, yeah?
Do you want to see your house?
More hear the drill now. Let me hear what Chum say about the peace deal. Hold on.
Well, it depends. JD's coming in for it. He was originally going to do it. I'll probably be gone by then. We're having dinner in a day and a half, right? We're going to be staying quite late. So I may be involved, I may not. But JD was coming in for that specifically.
Mr. President, when will the text of the MOU be released?
I think pretty soon. I would say, I want it to be released because it's a very powerful document. It's not like the Obama document, which was just a terrible document.
You see what me tell you? Hold on. And this it's not like them are asking about a document. It's not like the Obama document was a terrible. You are the terribleness in the place, man. So this is how we play all the time. Him go have a people and be lies. And this Andrew use, we have to stop Andrew. Same exact thing. So I'm sit down and copy because the copy is a Xerox, you know. Andrew, the old copy, you know. So when him leave and go back, it will not work. With be lies and blame. People done with that. Continue.
To be released, so probably pretty soon. I would say sometime after Friday. Because the strait opens, it's open now, but it opens completely. We'll have all the mines knocked out for the most part. We have a lot of lanes right now already.
Mr. President.
So I think sometime in the very near future. Yeah.
Mr. President, does the deal involve any sanctions relief for Iran? When would that go into?
No, it doesn't. Well, they have to. It's really a behavioral thing. If they do what they're supposed to do, that starts taking effect.
Mr. President, l'engagement est fait à prendre pour la France des prolongements pour l'avion Charles de Gaulle. Mr. President, what do you expect from France?
Well, I would help them to do that. I don't think we're going to need much help because we have an agreement where it's going to be open. And it's toll-free. We had a little argument on that. It's toll-free. So I don't think we're going to need much help. But I don't think it's a bad idea to have a ship or two up here from a few countries. It'd be a great country to do it. Because you never know what happens. But I think it's going to be open and I think it's going to be free sailing. We do want to see if we can straighten out the Lebanon thing. Because it just seems to just never end. And that's a mini version of what we were doing, and it should not be tough. It should not be tough. So Hezbollah, we have to have a little talk with them.
So now, in turn to Hezbollah now, we have to have a little talk with them. Hezbollah. Yeah? So I'm not thinking needed, but I'm thinking could I get a 2 ship up there? You understand? I know Hezbollah, I'm a favorite talk with them. This just like 39 minutes ago. This just up 39 minutes ago. You understand? But him last test. Because him want us beat them out, destroy them for destroy, and then them are overturn and them are get rid of the government. You get out the guy, but I'm son in there and them son terrible than him. You know, get him out. And then you're making them get money now to rebuild back everything. Them can't sell the oil. Yeah. Yeah, it could be, you know. Could be. You can check one is no, yeah, Juliet, yes, yeah, no, Juliet Woodland. If Andrew is man, that could be, yeah, actually Woodland Andrew, yes, but not by far, not like Chump. Chump a film company and then the film father-in-law, but I don't know how me a cast, man, oh, you don't feel good when you look. You are a man the pan same age group, this are you cool and him are 1 or 2 years old, you say, yes, my father-in-law, that is bullshit. Yes, my mother-in-law. That is bullshit too. Them man and have nothing about them. No fight going to Jamaica too, you know. In a music too, where some of them man don't know themselves. You understand? You can't have, you know, your mother-in-law younger than you. Your father-in-law younger than you to all them kind of little things that you're not my parent. You say yes. You're introducing and you get big job, you know. You shouldn't get all this, should have disqualified job. Guys are embarrassment. You must send the wrong signal. You can really all use loopil and all kind of little things and, you know, tongue bat and all kind of things. And when you look at the mother-in-law, father-in-law, and they all suicide. When you look at your old and you and them at the same age, your mother and father-in-law, that is bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah. And yeah. No man, they never mind from Southern. Angie was a baby man. Yeah, no, if you talk about for married baby, if you talk about throw away belly. Yes. Throw away belly. Remember, fear you them when she said she lost that old and her husband. She's the next one. So if your husband so young, if you talk about the other one, athlete foot, maybe she and her mother-in-law same age. Yeah, but check she. Some of them and I'm gonna tell you the next thing. Yeah. No, and then you have some man know like you in my trust, so she know fear step in them older than her. Yeah, she has step in it. She has step in it. So imagine you have one go call her, if you say, Mama. So yeah, Mama. And look, remember fear husband just said him out like 190? Yes. The old judge just said, right? Yes. First year, stepping in my pit, no old and shima. Like far. So, you know, them only look for our call and mama, it no look too right. You know, at least foot now, you know, for your mother-in-law, them a party. that bad. Yeah. It's bad. Yeah, them bad. Oh. See, Andrew didn't open thing here. Before me not back that. Andrew, when you look on the GIS, remember when the North South link are open. And my son look at that put up this with Andrew Onis. Let me explain something to him. See? Andrew look, somebody if you look on him now, you know. After him tell me like, let me put up this too.
This is a big challenge.
Well, before I put up that, want to use a GIS thing. Well, my GIS, this.
This was when PNP was in government.
Yeah, this was when PNP in government. Look at them phone now, them say was in government. Hear this.
I'm Andrea Chizon, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, November 13th. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica has confirmed earlier projections that the Jamaican economy experiences fifth consecutive quarter of growth in the April to June period of this year.
And then put US government, you know, was in government. Oh.
Growth for the quarter. But Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips is cautioning that the drought affecting the agricultural sector will result in a slowdown of growth levels for the July to September period.
Three consecutive, all the serve them thing, you know. Let me move that. What only serve, when Mama P open the highway, them take how much years build it and them open it. She make you run free pallet that before she leave office. Then only when them put the toll booth now, them go open that and only pose up like I him do it. That's why them that run up and down and things are only talk about them fool their fart. When they want to show the people them it. See? One is I have to show the people them that in a jazz. So them the things are only open it. Alright, Tita.
Construction, a Chinese-built toll road has opened on the island.
Toll road, look at.
Marks the largest
largest Chinese investment to date in the Caribbean. Officials say there is more to come. CCTV's Maria Ruttenberg joins us live from Kingston, Jamaica. Marie, big highway. What's been the reaction by the locals there?
Well, Michelle, many people here were anticipating the opening of this highway. This has been a project that's been dreamed about in Jamaica for the last half century. Parts of the highway were opened in recent weeks, but at a ceremony on Wednesday marking the opening of the full highway, Jamaican and Chinese officials spoke of a new standard of coordination and cooperation between the two. Still, it might be some time before we see traffic pick up. It's been locally dubbed the Beijing Highway, a new toll road that'll directly connect the Jamaican capital Kingston in the south with the resort beach city of Ocho Rios in the north. A 2-hour drive reduced to less than half, thanks to a $730 million with funding coming from China.
As a company, where we have to have a chance, to provide our services to the Jamaican people.
More than 1,000 Chinese workers and 1,000 local Jamaicans spent 3 years building the road, officially called the North-South Highway. Difficult terrain required creative engineering solutions. Jamaica's Prime Minister said success was possible thanks to a, quote, good, strong bond and friendship
in China.
And we intend to use those things to secure even greater investment, not just in infrastructure, but in tourism, in agriculture, in leisure and recreation, in building new cities, in water.
So in open
highways will play a crucial role in helping resuscitate Jamaica's economy. It's been burdened by large interest payments to international creditors that have left little room for domestic government spending. Jamaica gave the China Harbor Engineering Company, which built the highway, a 50-year concession to recover its costs. It also gave it land alongside the highway to develop for commercial and residential use. That could spell more jobs and more growth in the near future. And there's plans for more, including a new deep water shipping port. The investment amount double the cost of the highway.
We have accumulated
I'm gonna stop this now. So this is 2016 after I'm coming. But remember, some Mama P open it before. Me show it on JS. Remember, Portia open it before, but it never have been the toll, so she make you run free. And then the toll part will come after. So the toll part, when they put in the toll booth now, he go cut it. So them see this, and I say, yeah, hold this. I not own this build the highway. This after, so I'm look. You see, those look 9 face, I look 9 face now. This is 2016. But after the one parallel come up with the monkey panky and she lost by 1 seat. So them put in the toll booth, so you go in and you open it. You cut a big ribbon the door. Like a him do something. Yes, the ribbon is big. Yeah. No man, who names Rosalie? Rosalie, listen again. You have to stop calling people by them pet name. You're talking you with my trust. That me say, you with my trust. Yeah, man. There's a Michael. You see? You're talking about you with my trust there, you know. Me say you with my trust husband the other day, and you with my trust. Me said they pick them whole and all. Yes. But you call people by them pet name. People don't know them pet name, them, man. Where you just call, man. Name you with my trust. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You understand? Yes. Same. Your mother with my trust. You with my trust, yes. All right. Yes. See? So when this one, I just show you 2016 when I put in the toll booth. But the Mama P run that here, them I tell about the money and all that. Mama P wait, man. Remember, I show you when she cut it, you know. Yeah. I hear that them go on with. Remember, people not put you in there for work, and remember, you know, the bridge there, and you make it mash down. And you cut bridge. You turn your now and cut bridge. I can tell you this. Me hear him talk about nuclear. I know I talk about, remember him promise, you know, the world how much and make it cheaper. Now this guy, we don't have the money, you know. And but then I make we put up the nuclear power plant, and that no good for Jamaica if you have a meltdown. Nobody thought Jamaica too small. He matter about you. Nobody will make you. Remember, you know, China, they and them places, they will not make Jamaica have a nuclear power plant for run electricity. It will not happen. My name not Axe. That can go in a pirate and with the criminal government, you know, them stand. Yeah, certain things, you know, them could have said them a develop up and you know, teach them to develop that and people come buy enrich uranium and then go deal with them thing. Yeah, that don't make no sense. See? But yesterday, Andrew now run out. Remember when I had the money about listen, when you hear Andrew make big speech, don't follow it. Bullshit. Bullshit. For instance, let me show them something. Let me show them something fast. See? This is what Andrew come and attacks right now. This is what Andrew attacks him. I'm waiting there. But Andrew there. I pay them garbage and come up with 2 now. Andrew know for run out with garbage when them ready, you know, man. See me?
The challenge of energy. JPS is here. We are going through negotiations now. The intention is to lock in with a license certain changes that will see tangible reductions in electricity and energy costs for households and businesses.
People, that is them a clap. Brother, let me stop this. Brother, let me tell you again. We couldn't another cloud and clap. Yeah? Or you have tangible thing when you have to buy the oil what for run this. And the amount of thing with them raise plus that and it's pegged by the dollar. Look at the dollar. There is nothing them can do to carry down the price of the oil. Nothing. To Jamaica economic status. Nothing. Can't have a move, so them couldn't come and say, I peg this, and then it a collapse because you see like the Spirit Airline, them come and get cheap flight and do the bag. Some people don't move with the bag, right? It collapsed quicker than every other airline to wait a do. You understand? I'm going to put up this, Andrew, because this is garbage. If you can't crunch somebody that know garbage, you see everybody else worldwide, they see what I want. See? So them couldn't come and get a deal and say, right, here is. We're going to buy the oil for much billion, for how much per barrel, for how much money, and plus the exchange rate. And can we get paid a Jamaican money, you know. So I have to buy the currency, to buy the oil. And then we turn around and give up. For zero, nothing at all. The man move. The surety from what Mama P put in, the 350 watt. Kilowatt. Yeah? He moved that and put it to zero. And then matter about deal and them a clap. What kind of deal them could I give you? Eh? There is no deal. And then for build up in a solar, remember most people have the money in the government now buy solar give. And then if you even have that will make it even worse for them now pull out. Because if half of Jamaica got solar, then it's not really profitable for run. See? So if you try to go full solar, because they might need money for buy and do what they do, and they have enough people, them invest a bag of money already. So if you could have got your money and buy solar and come off of the grid, you know. Remember, nobody can't stop if and come off. So you buy the world, say half of Jamaica could have run go buy solar now and chop off of the grid. Yeah? Tell me now, what that do to JPS? Because when them lose customer, you know, and them still have to produce, you know, with them thing I just buy. What that do to JPS? Eh? It can't sustain itself, you lose so much customer. Or you sustain, that make it even worse, brother. Me not ask, that's simple maths. Eh? It's good for go solar and them are go war. But said Jamaica could have find it. Then put in the money where them have to pay back now and then all of a sudden half of Jamaica find money, the one them half of them customer. Remember them have customer for make back the money for pay it back, you know, and pay it one with them have. Them are forced to buy it. Jamaica that government have to buy it back. You understand? See? So right away solar good. But you don't know what Andrew has said, so I'm going to surprise. He might say something bigger than this, so you know, when I burn him up. Yes. Make me play where I'm going to say, I take it down. I take down this way and talk. Can they attack shit and people are clap? When Andrew talk, when they don't clap, when they die sick, I know a bullshit, I know what to say. The guy talk too much bullshit. When the workable, now I play this too now. That not workable, brother. Everything could not go up. Plus, them have to raise them people, them pay. The gas itself, remember these law run them vehicle, you know, people. Them have people who get paid, and them have investors too, you know, them have to pay about that, you know. JPS, honest. JPS, solar, nuclear power. Chat. Shit. All right. So you have to save that, you know. Me put up $100 said a while. Me put up $100 said a while. This is what the man does said a while. This is bullshit. But watch over this up. Me just put up $100 attack a while. Me I tell you, say me not a Steve. See? This is what Andrew attack a while. Hear this.
A big challenge, the challenge of energy. JPS is here. We are going through negotiations now. The intention is to lock in with a license certain changes that will see tangible reductions in electricity and energy costs for households and businesses.
So all you lock with JPS, remember them have to buy the fuel for run it. And you get tangible reduction. JPS just raise them thing over 50%. The dollar now gonna wear the dollar devalue. Or they might get tangible reduction. Yeah. You understand? Remember Canada have them nuclear plant. We have one now, we have nuclear plant long time. So I remember that if he become money where I have talk about him and going and just put a little money by a little investment and I might invest in a nuclear. Canada have nuclear plant. We know that. Canada have more than what? Canada have nuclear plant for supply energy. UK have it too. And some of them places have it long time. Nobody try him just a right to have nuclear plant. We know where they make sure live a little distance from it coming out. Some people live run nearer to it, you understand? Yeah. You understand? But hear this. I remember a little bit of money for being nuclear plant. Hear this. I'm separated very dangerous. You know what shit that makes you do?
Jamaica's energy costs are prohibitive. And we have to tackle it. We must make substantial improvements in it.
Oh, you make improvement when it does raise and oh, you are forgiven. I be a fucking talk, you know. You think more talk can move this? You have oil, you can move it. By the way, that video that when me just show with the thing, I show you some Mama P, them did do the drilling, the oil testing before. Him take it over. Can of them now, Mama P. Yeah, me show you, may have it. Anthony.
But we cannot place all our hopes for reduction on a renegotiated license.
You know, sir, can't go. You see, all right. You see them though? The little that them running crap. Or we cannot pay all our hope on a reduction in a negotiated. It cannot reduce like that. Them can negotiate and come and say, okay, we are cut off back the one of them and they will argue cheaper than what we are by alpha. And cheaper than what the dollar did value to. Impossible. Then they might collapse. Yeah. Him argue homeowner to build with your means. What do you mean? I'll be a garbage and talk with him with your means.
We must now explore in meaningful ways the large-scale deployment of alternative energy sources.
Nuclear.
And we must prepare ourselves to be able to deploy nuclear technology, because nuclear technology is becoming the de facto clean energy.
For crime attack, we could look at nuclear technology and all angle. Nuclear energy. Oh, it angle. Fear for crime attack and danger for our country. Like I asked a question, you know. Yes. Look where I asked it. Yeah, man. All right. So this is the problem. We remember in Japan, when remember the meltdown, them use nuclear technology. Men should even go into this. Can me should, but me just ask a question. I could have go into that. Waste management, high level waste safety. So it not just come when them say clean energy. It come with danger where we mash you up. Look at the meltdown in the tsunami the other day, back down a couple years ago. Nearly 2 decades ago in Japan. Remember the meltdown? All right. So when we look at nuclear technology. Remember, I can't come with nothing what I understand and know, but like show the people there. Say nuclear technology. I mean, I look at Japan meltdown. Them say reliable zero carbon power source. Yeah. Countries handle risk using strict contaminate system, containment system, international regulatory framework, and geological waste storage. It build up them thing. I remember you can't store this at Jamaica. Primary danger include catastrophic accident, radiation, long-lasting radioactive active waste, and national security threat like weapon proliferation or wartime targeting. So because when you do that, you enrich the thing that for use it for make this, it can be very man with target. Like China don't they use this. And them say it's dead near in a thing where you can use this to make a dirty bomb and that kind of thing. And then the waste management. So this couldn't be in an area. When you have a meltdown, it kill people. And years after you can't live there. Which part Jamaica, little Jamaica, you can go put a nuclear plant. Which part you don't want a nuclear, you don't want a nuclear plant to work for it. You don't want one in a Portland? Which part of Portland? You don't live near it? Can you even if they're west? And you be the east, I be the west. You don't want it. Send me with the border. But you talk, which part of Jamaica that be a nuclear plant? Who that manage this? Oh, you store the waste. Remember, you can't make that seeping and drinking water neither, nothing, you know. It has cost so much money for manage and maintain it. Unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah, you understand? Can you imagine? And then, and by the way, we live in a hurricane belt. And we have earthquake. And for build this thing and manage it, brother, the amount of cancer and the amount of be a fucking talk, you know. Me not listen to Andrew when him talk. No go down, smell of dissect him. Eh? Nuclear technology. Look here, nuclear meltdown. Them are meltdown. Them waste there, you have to have some deep underground where you go store waste and that. Remember when I have nothing like this. Remember you can't make nothing going over. You can't make nothing going over water in a river or stream like how. You have some place like backside place I let go thing in the stream and kill our fish. They better kill people. You understand? Me not follow him. And not sure him did say the other day. Hold on there. Honest. Yeah, no, you can't put your thing on that.
So we have to put ourselves in that position. And it's not going to
I'm number one, and it's costly. And it can't, when I talk about some bullshit, I just to talk sake. Let me look at something now. Look here. Cause to build nuclear. Hold on. Where that just move, man? What is? Let us type it just move. Cause to build nuclear power plant. Maintain it too. All right, let me look on this. No, look at. Remember we just bought 6.8 billion, right? I remember you have a big plan, you want to execute, look at. And then for maintain it and executing. Building a transition large-scale nuclear power plant costs between 6 to 27 billion. That 27 billion people, we economy around 20 and 21 billion and it shrink. Depending heavily on the location, financing structure, and technology. Once operational, maintaining and running the plant, including fuel, operation and maintenance. Typically the cost, it costs low for maintain it, right? Per kilowatt, 20 to 25 per kilowatt, but this is cost a billion. 6 to 27 billion, and it depends on to build, just a minute. It's bigger than the economy of Jamaica. We take 27 billion US. We just buy 6.8. I remember our great grandparents have got paid back. And this guy, I look at Jamaican people and thought, we are going to build. Jamaican have the money. Where am I going now? Not even JPH have this money. You understand? Them have about 150 million. Who either invest in this and then you're in trouble because have a pass to one. Remember, America and some other country now allow you with a careless country. For boy, you use nuclear plant. Eh? You understand? All them do is talk one bag of bullshit. Will it make sense? You understand? If I judge no already line up. No, but them not gonna spend their money for a bill one. Is that trouble? Remember, you know those how you make back your money. Who pay how you make back your money? How you make it back? Because the country itself have a bill it, not for borrow money for bill it. Because if there's a thing for your bill and then you maintain it, but the energy, you can't drop it cheap because a little bit of money for maintain it. But you can charge the people them or you pay back the money. So a country with money bill them thing here. See? And think maybe how much years you can pay back these money. Because you know, make the money. Remember, you build it from give the people them cheap energy next to nothing, you know. Yeah, you will not charge them extra there again. So oh, you get back the money for pay them and oh, you maintain it. I remember you put the country in danger. Eh? I be a bullshit Andrew talk. Let me show you what Andrew said. Look at. Look what he did say before. So I'm coming now, not for talk too no. Hold him pan him one word. I be a bullshit him talk. Hold him pan this. Hold Andrew pan this. You understand? Look at. Let me take up this. Let me take up on this pan this. Let me find this. Solar power attack. No, none of this. All right, hold on. Power plant. Well, Andrew, I have to take you up on this because When you run out to chat your shit, them in a better. There are some people, boy, I mean, I know. See? All right. Remember run out pandit. I'm gonna find this. Let me see what I'm gonna rename it for you, Andrew. One is JPS. Power plant. JPS with bill. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna come up with this.
The party will make sure that we put in place more efficient electricity generating plants to bring down the cost of electricity to you. I don't like to make promise. I make commitment. And under the Labour Party government, we are going to ensure that we bring to this country the big power plants. We are going to ensure that we bring to this country the big energy companies that can put the money in here to build the plants to give you cheaper and better electricity.
I hear them people, yeah. No, I'm tell you, renewable energy, no, I'm tell you about nuclear, where it costs more money than our country, even, you know. Yeah, the GDP of a country costs more money than that. Than the GDP of the whole country. People just build, and then you have to maintain it. See, and then it have danger with it. And when you have nuclear reactor, when you have nuclear power plant meltdown, it kills. You have to uproot yourself and move. All right, let me see this. Nuclear power plant meltdown, let me see this. Remember the man them try to cool it down and it explode, you know? All right, Japan. Nuclear power plant, nuclear power plant meltdown. Let me just remind him. So when you come up and talking about, yeah, 4 years ago, all right, Tita. Inside
Japan will soon begin the process of releasing radioactive water from the tsunami-wrecked Fukushima nuclear power plant into the Pacific Ocean. As final preparations are being made, science correspondent Miles O'Brien got an exclusive look inside the facility.
12 years after the historic meltdowns, what was the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant remains a complex, highly hazardous, toxic waste site.
12 years!
5,000 workers are here every day, innovating and orchestrating the most complicated, expensive nuclear cleanup in history.
Yeah, you know?
It's interesting to see it after 7 years. It's changed quite a bit. My guide for my 7th visit to Fukushima is nuclear engineer Lake Barrett. He led the cleanup for the Nuclear Regulatory Commission after the 3 Mile Island meltdown in Pennsylvania in 1979.
3 Mile Island, you hear that?
Consultant to the Tokyo Electric Power Company, TEPCO, which owns Fukushima and manages the decommissioning.
Decommission 12 years.
In my opinion, to sort of like putting the man on the moon. Are there moonshot resources being applied to this? This is a multi-billion-dollar-a-year effort being spent at Fukushima right now. It's going to take some time to complete this work. Are you going to live to see it? Probably not. We began our tour as close to the meltdowns as humans can dare.
Yeah.
That's these steel frames of the structure. That's the original structure where it blown off by the hydrogen explosion.
See that?
Steel structure all the way around. There'll be hundreds of tons of steel because it has to hold up 100-ton cranes to be able to dig down inside the building eventually. The ultimate goal here is to develop robotic technology to safely remove, contain, and store the wreckage of the 3 nuclear reactors.
Yeah.
Degraded concrete,
Robot.
melted steel, and uranium with all of its radioactive isotopes.
The lava-like piles are called corium. Not too far from us. Humans can't be. We're okay.
Right. You can't go in there because the radiation levels are too high.
You can't go in the train as well.
A fleeting glimpse of the corium with robots is an extraordinary challenge. Intense radiation bombards the electronics with gamma rays, often rendering them useless.
Look there.
And the path to robot ruin is a treacherous labyrinth. We don some protective gear on a mission to better grasp the embedded obstacles.
We're inside the primary containment vessel.
We were inside Fukushima Daiichi Unit Number 5. Unscathed by the disaster, the reactor is a near replica of the 3 that melted down.
This is Unit 5. We're standing outside the pedestal that holds up the 400-ton reactor vessel.
It was like being a mouse inside an engine, a 3-dimensional maze, better suited for a contortionist.
So where are we? We are underneath the Unit 5 reactor vessel. These are the control rod drive mechanisms above us.
That's where the reactor is. In its sister units, this location is where the meltdowns got real.
The reactor vessel is 8 inches thick steel. Okay, melting through the steel. High pressure.
Melt through the steel.
Almost like an explosive volcano.
Watch that, man. It melted. Look there.
Around 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
20 feet below is a concrete floor between 10 and 14 feet thick.
You hear that, people?
Because that's where the corium piles now sit, underwater.
Water can get to the top of the reactor vessel, 40, 50 feet above us, and it trickles down through this fuel debris onto the floor.
10 to 14
stream
feet
of
thick.
contaminated water has created a sorcerer's apprentice style problem here. At first, they were generating between 130 and 160,000 gallons of radioactive water each and every day.
You hear that?
In 2016, they completed a so-called ice wall, a $300 million subterranean perimeter of pipes cold enough to freeze the soil and keep much, but not all, of the groundwater at bay.
You hear that? What I'm have to do?
Generates tainted water at a daily rate of about 25,000 gallons. Akira Ono leads the decontamination and decommissioning effort.
If you ask me if we can make it zero, I think it's not easy. Although the amount is less, water will continue to be contaminated.
All that water, now 340 million gallons of it, and growing, sits cheek to jowl in a tank farm. Lake Barrett and I walked through it.
There's about almost 1,100 tanks here today.
1,100 tanks.
Tanks as they were. How long would it take before they would be not radioactive at all?
Depends on how low is low. To be drinkable, it's going to be many, many decades, 100 years or so.
100 years!
Really plausible at this stage.
You can't keep building tanks here. There's no room. TEPCO says it needs to make room to build structures designed to safely contain debris that will be radioactive for centuries.
We have to build a variety of facilities for smooth decommissioning going forward. It is essential to start emptying and disposing of the tanks at the stage where we are now to secure vacant lots.
Before the water is tanked, it flows through a series of sophisticated treatment facilities designed to remove about 100 radioactive isotopes. To visit the largest treatment facility, we had to add even more protective clothing.
Yeah, it is.
If one of these pressurized pipes sprung a leak, our radioactive contamination risk would be very high.
This is called the Advanced Liquid Processing Plant.
These facilities can collectively process about 300,000 gallons of water each day.
It's a chemical process, not a nuclear process. So it's like an ion exchange resin in a home water softener.
I like that analogy, a giant home water softener.
In chemistry terms, that's what it is for specific ions. Normally at home, it's iron we want to take out. This is taking out other isotopes as well.
He says it removes 99.9999% of the radionuclides, trace levels, with one exception, an isotope called tritium.
So chemically, it's water. So it doesn't remove it at all. So it doesn't change the tritium at all in the system.
Tritium is a mildly radioactive form of hydrogen that occurs naturally. It is luminescent, used to light watch dials, aircraft gauges, and exit signs. It reacts with oxygen just like regular hydrogen, creating water that is radioactive, so-called tritiated water.
Removing tritium itself is very expensive and very hard to do on this scale. It's never been done before.
Marine radiochemist Ken Bissler is a senior scientist at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution.
Ultimately, you can't just keep collecting more and more water. What's being considered also is releasing some of this water back to the ocean.
Every nuclear power plant in the world routinely discharges tritium. And now TEPCO and the Japanese government are planning to do the same here. This has triggered a chain reaction of
watch the fish
from fishermen nearby
and
countries throughout the region.
All right.
More on that when we continue our series. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Miles O'Brien.
All right, so you can just more on this because I have to teach Andrew them thing. We know them thing, you know, because I remember man I will study all these things. So when we hear Andrew for a little small country, I talk about nuclear, we look for nuclear, you can't build a nuclear power plant in Jamaica. I mean, you know, which one I wanted the one that one day. I remember when I have the kind of, then, brother, I'll be a bullshit him talk, you know. If we clean this over 12 years, more than that, and I know that to kill you same way. You know what, so them have a suit up. If we deactivate this, it costs so much money. Brother, if we build the plant, that costs like 27 billion US. We have them, we just buy 6 points, but we great grandparents pay back. Yeah? The GDP, Jamaica GDP are like 21 billion. I'm going to cut most of that chop off the other day. Like a third or more of that chop off the other day. It never so big. They call it Jamaica GDP, Jamaica economy are like 21 billion US. And it's not so big right now. Chop off and gone. You're a barrow where all make 100 them barrow for build a nuclear plant. Who are monetary? Which part is a bill? I'll be a fucking talk. Believe me. Because if you ever met, we have earthquake too, you know. And we have this time of earthquake, and when you know earthquake, it triggers tsunami and it will get meltdown. Yes? And then you have the risk of criminal one come use certain things for make a smart, dirty bomb. So it would allow them to build them power plant. So that look, either have to build it for a big, you notice how the place are big. With the water, it doesn't take a big like a big. Either build it like you have to have a place like the one at Portmore or bigger. Because when you build them big things, you have to have the tank for store them a big place around it. Which part in Jamaica and the build that? Where? Where have the money for build it? No, him just start one bag of bullshit. Him just say, I bring in big plant and bring it only for all this guy accountable for him fuckery. I'm talking bullshit. I'm telling you. So me as a man, when I talk these things, I like bring the facts to me like this. Facts check the guy and put it up. And tell him no matter with this. And I like, yeah, build a solar power plant and them allow you. See, Iran said them and build solar power plant for do them thing and then get bombed. Because US said, no, I want it for a build. We don't about to enrich uranium. I feel build on the dirty bomb and all kind of like thing. You think we're either. Them say, no, I want you to turn a power plant. Them get bombed. Yes. But Jamaica, when I have the money, he now have nothing to tell the people that talk about for a bill plan. This guy's a either. Answer. Go on.
Mr. Alonso, blessed top of the day.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But Andrew have problem right now. Daily problem right now to deal with medical waste. How am I take on nuclears?
But that what a nice thing they come back in with, man. Medical waste. Medical waste you can't take on. Oh, you don't take on nuclear, brother. But every minute the man them sleeping and we drinking water, people are dead like rice. Angela just kill them off. But no go that, him don't have the money. So me start from, remember I know like the government have money. You live have a people taxpayer thing and them can't find the money. See? Alright, now you tax the burden people and talk about we are find a way. Then I tell them, don't depend on the contract. So I'm going to depend on solar. I'm going to depend on, I'm not solar, but nuclear power. Eh? And that time for we, and you know, say people block you. You know, see the man I eat that, man.
Yeah, that just go and fool who can't fool, but he can't fool nobody down here, so.
No, man, you understand that big university were tough, you know. When them talk the thing, I match it up, I will show them, and when I hold it back. Because we know about this. And we show the people them in a real time. So when them talking bullshit, we show them, say, brother, we don't do top lie. All right, sir. Respect, sir. Yeah, man. When them talk around here, so we don't do top lie. We not keep stupid people around here. We're not doing top lie. We might talk about bullshit. Him feel. You know that we just show him going bring in, and it's a commitment. And on a big plan to come in. I say JPS, we don't have some private people who sell back them because sold out to the grid, but we still get the money for the one way. You understand? Yes. See? So when come up with one bag of shit, and them can't do no, me tell you this. Unless you can't do match. JPS we cannot give them a contract and where you pay them cut a bill in a half, like where thing that said them cut a bill that it can even if we cut in half, it doesn't carry it back to maybe 2022. If it cut a bill in a half, it'll pay less in a Mama Peter. I mean, I carry it back too far. But them that run the bankruptcy, you won't have no light. In a space of no time, them couldn't pay them bill. Them couldn't pay the fuel where for run it. Them couldn't pay them people and them couldn't pay no bill. And for maintain the line and everything, them couldn't. Remember, you know, it all come down to the customer. Everything with them do a maintain line and do this and buy everything, it come down to the customer. The money where you pay. Enough people can't afford lights, so them can't sit already. Eh? Me don't talk. Don't follow him. Don't follow him, yeah? In buck, when in buck, so him just come up and just start one bag of bullshit and you have something to eat that. Then get piece of Kentucky and things for a clap. Make them go away. Yeah? Maybe just go and show me thing here, so yeah, man. Yeah, man, remember the time I roll up fast, so look out for this, you know. Look out for it very soon, man, I tell you. Tune panta pa tune. Big tune. And then notice when me I play my tune, them say, wow, lonesome can make me tune enough. This is somebody I said them that beg me something pan thumb drive. Whoa, that no. Yes. You notice me not use the earphone when me I play. Because I know the tune. You know, some man to do that, them have to listen to which tune and they have to do that. You know the tune them, man. I grew up on the tune them, so I know them. So when you see me I play, Mike, me see I call me after them, man, but me depend the thing I go and walk them with some big tune. You know, cool out my brain. You understand? Yeah, man. And when we run that play, you can tune in. But look, you see, you know, without ulterior motive now, like the one we just show, what Pata said, what Pata invite, don't come for me thing and come, listen, me a big man, and listen, I want the verse of the verse. No bother with that. Me a super granddad. No bother, me's a man where you have to know yourself. Ask anybody, I remember me have over 220,000 subscribers on this. Subscribers, and ask any one of them if ever hear, any one of them if ever write to them with no, you know, with no way of it. I know my style. That's not my style. You know, we're a real man around here, you know, we're not these people, unless them come up with them little ideas and them things. That's why I play my music, but just play my music. You understand? We have respect. You know, like you have some people come on here and them not have the respect. Let me tell you about me. When people come on my studio, any one of them artists, I cannot choose them. I've nothing. Them see my family, respect my family, same respect. For them youth, and my niece and never them too. Family, even who dead and gone. Me see Kevin Isaac said to me, say, boy, you're one of my father friend where you're different. Me I say, yeah, man, because, you know, me and Gregory, I come from way back and, you know, him gone and all that. I mean, you're good. Use the studio, it's free. Use the studio, do your thing. That's what I stay, you know. Me and them, man, their family. So, you know, it extend to them kids and everybody, you know, without respect. You know, I'm none of them to come and say, boy, go to me say this, you know, I want of them that and things. Me not do them things better. And I'm my style. Me not do go club. Me not do them drinking, them smoking. And me not remember, you can't come on with no high business. Me not why you up. Me not take it for your habit. You have to keep it positive. So I get away with principle. Yeah, I'm always and ask anybody, can them watch me? Ask them. Them tell you, them not tell you, so I'm not deal with, you know, I'm not deal with the thing. I mean, I like people yap. But yap, carry news and back and forth. Me no look upon you, it's a piece of shit. So yes, we try to mix up everybody. Remember, I got through that, that's how my granny, you know, who me I talk to, Patrick, I must say, oh, Michael, about the big up yourself. I must say, when you say your mother better, I'm my mother better. I stop saying my mother better, I'm a granny. I'm a granny's son. Because my mother is a decent lady. Always love. Love forever. Yes. You know, so I'm a granny's son. My mother's son. It's a piece of shit. What for ban him for life? Because him one of them will carry news and do shit. It's a piece of shit. And the biggest piece of shit that different from Andrew Honest. Him dangerous. So you can't, you and them youth, you come from 60s with them youth, you and them grow up together. And them youth are big. Him just want to say, if you buck your two and somebody up there, so him run to them and him zo. You know, family, you're not family, it's a piece of shit, you're a stranger. Family are with you. Don't make nobody trick you until the blood thicker than water. By the way, your blood must be that thick. It will kill you. You get deep vein thrombosis, preliminary embolism, it will kill you, or in your head or something. It will kill you, it kill a lot of people. That's why they put them on aspirin and put them on blood thinners. That thick blood thing, more blood thicker than water, make them keep that to themselves. Your family are all with you, not to sell you. Yeah? Yes. And then me have a wife, and me have my kids, and me have grandkids, so I'm good. You understand? I'm good. Alright? With all respect. And this is my thing there, yeah? Alright. So when you see me, nobody can come and say, well, you know, I know my style. Go on and chat to man and do all kind of things. And I come and say, can't for them live in Canada that way, everybody, you know, in a dance. Yes, I'm on there. And I'm on there, she take 10 man a year, man. I say, yes, I'm eating this. And they live too nasty, man. Come on, behave on yourself. You never be able to find us keep that this man and have morals about to them. I like when people have morals, you know. And for them, we oppose them. Me, you think you can put on clothes and trick people? Me know that to do no night. Go away, man. Me there, you I'm out. Bless.
We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We not make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We not make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber do.
I'm not up, not a Judas, them a backstabber. I'm my wife, and this straight beauty and glamour. No guy can walk to name me with no dagger. Maybe the heart of Mandela, but the mind of a Zama in the mold. Like a bull man, we send us the jammer. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to lyrics line to line. Become a lyrical filter. Put up in the rhythm, they want some more hole in a hater. Lyrically inclined.